Progress with Fence Roadway was going like gangbusters. I was doing really well, staying motivated. I was ahead of schedule. It looked like I was going to have about 8 weeks to add the color components to the sculpture. I was moving along with the fence posts, even though I was complaining about having to make new fence posts and then add fence posts and stop and make new fence posts. I was really in a good position to get the overall fence shape completed and then be able to begin adding the brick detail. Adding the fence components together was really fun to see the shape come together and see how things were going to come along as compared to the drawing. It was about mid-March, March 10th, that I realized things were changing in the world and stay-at-home orders were beginning to look like more of a reality, especially here in Boston. So my husband and I changed our schedules so that I could go into the studio from 5 to 11. I did that for a week, and then Governor Baker here in Massachusetts tightened the stay-at-home orders, and I am not a COVID-19 essential worker. So I stopped going to the studio. And while I'm at the studio working alone, I was still out in the public realm, and for the safety of my family, I just didn't think it was wise to continue going out. I felt pressure in the last week at my studio to get the remainder of the fence posts welded on. I really wanted to end at a good stopping point for the piece. I was able to do that, and all fence posts are welded on. While I'm not totally happy with the final outcome, I might reduce a few of those fence posts and make some changes to look more like the drawing. I am happy that I got to a good stopping point. The city of Cedar Falls, who I'm making the piece for, is being very accommodating in the timeline as we all figure out what and how we're going to move forward. Like all of us, we're adjusting to a new way of life. I am trying to stay motivated, focused, joyous in the spring that lies ahead for the next month. And I'm really just trying to enjoy nature and reflecting on my look at the way we live life, the speed at which we were living. This is really giving me time to reflect, a forced reflection, if you will.